Hello, welcome to my Sax and Marsh channel. I'm Marshali Scott and I'm a saxophone player from Scotland. Today I'm going to show you the core equipment that I take to all my solo gigs, to my band gigs. I'm going to show you exactly what equipment I use. You don't need to use the brands that I use, but certainly the type of things that I'm bringing to each gig. Once I've shown you all the equipment, I'm going to set up like a normal gig so that you can see exactly where things go, what's my process of setting up and sound checking. So I hope you really enjoy. Leave a comment down below if you like what you see and if you want to find out anything more from me, and I'll certainly make another video. Thank you very much. Let's dive in. Right, now I've unpacked all my stuff, all my equipment. I'm going to show you individually exactly what I take and what you need. And there's I've dropped something. I'm going to show you exactly what I need and what I take and the reason why I need it. So we're going to start off with power. So this is the first thing you need to think about in any gig is power. Usually I have a really big 4-point power reel. It's really long. This one's 12 metres. When you turn up to your venue, you need to figure out where your power points are, and you really want to try and get next to these power points as much as possible. But if you can't, say you're going outside, you're gigging outside, you'll just need to get these power extension cables at the ready. Next I want to show you is speakers. Now these are essential because this is where your music's going to come out of, where your sound's going to come out of. So you're best to buy good quality speakers. I use QSC, which they've been so good, they're so powerful, very crystal clear. They come with one power. Now look, don't do this, don't tangle them up like this. So you'll need the power cable. They all come with a power cable, and the bundle that I got came with a bag and it came with another XLR to join into your audio interface or your mixing desk. Now, these are the speakers that I use, and they are QSC K10.2. They've got a wee digital bit in the back that you can, do you see this? So I have two pairs of these speakers. That's to go each side of me, especially if you've got a larger room, you'll want more sound. Again, each speaker needs their own cables. So you've got your XLR cable, then you've got your power that goes directly into your speaker. Next you have your speaker stands. Now come with two, let's see. There you go. Again, this came as a bundle. When I bought it from Anderton's Music online, and I bought this, the speaker stands. I had the speakers, the two speakers, the speaker bags, and I had all the plugs that came with it. It was a really good deal. I think for all of that came to 1,400, which I thought was a really cracking deal, because sometimes you have to buy them individually, you know. I'm not quite sure how much they cost, but I'm guessing I got a good deal on it. And next you've got your mixing table. This is where all the sound goes to. So you put your microphone in here, or if you're a guitarist, you'll put your wire in there, or any of these. This is a 10 channel one, so it's got 4 microphone inputs. I just use the first one here. And if I'm gigging with a pianist, he'll put his stuff in here, and then what you need here, you need power to that. So this is the power. This mixing desk is a YAMAHA MG10XU. This is very, very powerful. Usually I crank my speakers right up to the very end. Then I put this master level right down, and then I just raise it up a wee bit, and there's so much power in it. It's very, very loud, so usually I only stick it to not even halfway. Next, you need a cable, a stereo cable that goes into your, if you've got a laptop, if you've got an iPad. I have an iPad, so I have 2 spares just to make sure that if one snaps. Before I've been at a gig, unfortunately somebody at the venue stood on the actual jack cable bit where you put it into your iPad, and it was bent so hard, and I didn't have another one, so I needed to phone a friend to use hers. So fortunately she was about and she wasn't working at that time. So now I bring 2 spares. I've got one that's, is it mono to mono? I'm not sure. That, and then I have just a normal stereo one. So these go into your mixing desk so that your iPad or your music that you're using comes through there. So I use Spotify for my backing tracks. So this is how the sound gets through to my speakers, through the mixing desk. Next, you need to think of your microphone. So if you're a singer, you'll probably use a SM58. But I am a saxophone player, so I have a clip-on saxophone mic, and this is the wireless system so that I can walk about to the crowd if I want to, especially if I'm doing nighttime gigs. But this is, here I'm using the SHURE GLX-D4. And this is the power cable that comes with it. Very messy. Try not to be messy. Now here is my saxophone mic. This is a great powerful thing, and it's a SHURE Beta 98H. So that's what I use, and I've got a tenor saxophone, and it's just amazing. And then this is the wireless pack that comes with it. Now my dad made this so that it could go into my saxophone. He's a very, very talented man, but that could be for another video. If you're interested, we'll show you how we've done it. Then you need, if you've got a stand for your guitar, I've got a stand for my saxophone. This is a HERCULES number, and it's really helpful. This usually has space for an alto saxophone or for a tenor saxophone. I've tried to put a bari sax on this, but it just doesn't fit. So you would need to get a bigger one for a baritone saxophone. There's also a wee, if you can buy separate things for a peg, if you had a flute in there, you just stick this peg in and have a flute. This is a wee business card holder, and where's my business card? So stick them in there. Usually there's loads more, and that's ideal so that they're not just lying about on your table. So stick them there, looks a bit more professional. Now this is very important, this table here. This is very, very important, because a lot of venues do provide you with a table for your mixing desk. Sometimes you need to use a chair, but I prefer to bring my own small table. It's a portable table. It's very easy to get up and down, and it's just the perfect size for my mixing table. I mean, I'm so stiff. Right, so there's your mixing table, and it's the perfect size for my wireless microphone system, which I stick there. And then you've got this, that can just go there too. And then this, see, because you've got loads and loads of wires that go onto your mixing table, you're best to get a cover of some sort. This is my mum that gave me this. Is a tablecloth for Christmas, I think. Anyway, I thought a lot of people in Scotland have a lot of tartan in their venues, so I don't know if this is tartan, is check, but here you go. This is what I bring to my gigs, and I stick it over my table. So I'll just show you. I'll show you what I do. Stick it over my table, and that means you don't see any wires showing. And I'll put this back in. Go. Bonk. There you go, and done. You're also best to take as many spare XLR cables as you can get. This is a very long, I think it's a 25 metre one. This is a 25 metre, this is a 25 metre XLR cable for the extra length I need. See, if I'm setting my speakers up really far away from each other, I will use a really big XLR cable. And always bring extra, because you don't know, sometimes they break, for some reason they break and you panic. So it's always best to keep 2 or 3 in your bag spare. Also, you need if you've not got a music stand, if you're using an iPad, it's really good investment to buy a sturdy stand. I've got an iron based stand here. It's one of these ones that you can pull up and down for the height that you're needing. And I've got an eye clip here, but you can buy any clips that go into a stand for your iPad, and it just is so easy. This one actually, I've bashed and bruised it so many times at gigs that I think I need to like fix it or buy a new one. But they genuinely are very good, and they're very safe. Keeps your iPad very safe. This is ideal for using your iPad and reading. If you're reading music or you're reading charts or whatever, it's best to have that. You don't even need to stare at it, but as long as it's there, it can sometimes help you, like a wee comfort blanket. I use it a lot though. Then I'm going to show you how I set up. I'm going to try and quickly do it for you, and you can see before your very eyes what it takes to get your setup and ready for a gig quickly as you can, because everyone's waiting. And adjust them to where they need to go. This is in my living room, so they're quite close together, but in a normal gig setting I would put them quite far apart. and I'm just going to have a wee look just to see where they're positioned, and for the video purposes I need to move that so you can slightly see both speakers. Now I'm going to put my cloth on my table, just so to hide some of the wires. Sometimes you can't hide all of the wires, but it's best just to, I mean, look at the job I'm doing. That's rubbish. Aye, that's rubbish. I think I'll need to get one made for that table specifically. Right, ready to put on the mixing desk. It's best to deal with each equipment one at a time. So if you're doing your mixing desk, make sure you plug your mixing desk in so it's all ready to go. Make sure it's nice and secure. Now use your, well, I've got a wireless microphone system, but next you would plug in your microphone system. That's too long a screw in that, and I must have not connected it properly. Oh well, the light goes on. Now we've got my cable. I like to use a short cable to connect my wireless microphone system to the mixing table, just so there's no extra long wires. Is that a 1 meter one? It's a very short wire, which is very ideal. So now I'm going to plug in the wires for the speaker, for the right hand speaker. So that's the main plug. So you call that a kettle plug? A kettle plug. And then I'm sticking in my XLR from my speaker to my mixing desk. And the same with the other speaker, stage left. So that's the stage left speaker. So that'll go again directly in the kettle, I can't say that word. The kettle cable, plug it in to your extension cable. It's good to note that I have not turned on my speakers yet. That's the last thing that you do, you turn your speakers on last. And for future reference, you turn your speakers off first. That's what I learned in uni anyway. Next you've got your stereo cable for your music to go through, to connect to your iPad or your computer or your phone, whatever you're using to bring your music through to your speakers. Plug it in. Remember, before you put your music on, turn your volume up on your device to get the most loudest setting, or through the speakers it's going to be very quiet. Right, here comes your old instrument, my saxophone. First things first is I'm going to put my wireless microphone pack onto my saxophone. My dad has made this really good contraption, and it just goes onto my keypad. Put some screws and nuts onto my keypad. Not every saxophone player or not every saxophone has got a key guard. Some people wrap their microphone wire around the bell of the saxophone, but ideally my dad made this great thing at his work. It's just a sheet of metal and he's bent it the right way. Drilled 2 holes in it and gave me 2 nuts to screw it on, and I've just got a wee spanner to tighten it. And it's very secure. At all my gigs I can jump about. Here's the spanner. Nice and secure. Now just to attach my microphone, the wire on that's so thin. I think I'll probably break it one day, knowing me. I'm a very clumsy woman. Clippy clippy. So like I said, some saxophone players wrap that round to their bell, but I'm going to put it in this wee metal slot that my dad made, and that will stay on for the entire gig. Looking at my saxophone case, it's so dirty. Oh mama. Right, put my saxophone on my stand. Or if you've got a guitar, put your guitar on your stand. If you've got a bass, put your bass on your stand. And if you're a singer, put your microphone on your stand. Yep, I think that's it, guys. I think that's me set up. Da-na, da-na, da-na. Thank you very much for watching me setting up my gear. Hope it's really helped you. If you want me to do another video in more detail, please give me a comment down below and I'll see what I can do. Thank you very much for watching the Sax and Marsh channel. Hope to see you soon with a wee bit of music.